we film all of them? Hi, this is Sam, Shadow Harvest, witchy random journal of the channel. And today we're going to talk about a little concept that me and my therapist kind of came up with together, which I think is very interesting when it comes to my spirituality, and it's a tool that I now use as an energy to imbibe and to embolden me, and that I really focus on, especially with my meditations, in finding some joy and to help pull me out of more depressive things. Get what I'm saying? It's very much in talking with like that inner child playfulness stuff, the inner teenage, like it's that mixed with it, and it's the concept of creating a character or a interesting like a theme to kind of go off of. And this was all prompted by my therapist asking me, if you had to picture yourself at every stage of your life, and like what is one consistent carry through feeling or thing that regardless of what you get from any sort of outside stimulus, aka whether or not people reject you or embody you or not, acceptance, whether through new jobs, new relationships, familial, otherwise, like what is something that is personally just given to you that is can carry through everything, will always stay with you? What is that, and what does that kind of look like? What is an embodiment, a feeling that you could carry with you through all those stages? And naturally for me, I immediately started thinking of maiden, mother, crone, and those stages of life. What is a consistent through those three things that would bring me inherent joy? Like what is something that when I see them is them in their full power? And for me, it came up as chaotic playfulness is something that empowers all three of those. I think of the maiden in being curious and playful, like really embodying that full inner child, that curiosity, and poking at things that other people are, you know, sometimes overly cautious about as you get older. Other people intrude on that, but no, that playfulness, that curiosity, that unfettered joy that comes up from being new to something. Embodying the maiden is really interesting, and then carrying that through, that playfulness of a mother. In the mother embodiment I was thinking of, yeah, it's that rediscovering when you're around a child or a puppy, like seeing them like figuring life out is so, that rediscovery kind of can re-embolden with you, and that idea of like creation of caring when you're with another person or a thing, whether it's like, oh, I'm caring for a plant, there is a creative playfulness that comes with that, and that definitely plays in with the mother. And then with the crone, it's like, oh, that cackling crone that I know so much and that makes me so freaking playful and lighthearted, and like you know, I'm playing games with you and, you know, twisting my words around because it's so much fun. Isn't these riddles fun? Like that idea of that crone magic and that wisdom that then brings that joy, because the more you know, the less you know. And that whole concept, this idea of just this constant giggling playfulness flowing throughout that, and like, okay, well, what is that? What if I could embody that and build that into a thing? What does that look like? And I had this concept of a little like golden gremlin. Like if happiness, if the feeling of good, warm, safe, actual contented happiness, which I still feel like in so many ways I'm so far away from. And to me, it's almost like a golden-y feeling, like a light little sunshine through the rain, a warm fuzzy blanket. It's being surrounded by darkness, just a glint of light, like that warm candle feeling. That's what I mean by golden. And then with the playfulness and the chaotic and the I don't give a shit about the rest of the world, I'm gonna do my thing because this is fun. This is a fun thing. I just thought of gremlins and little goblins. I thought of little, like, something just like creeping up and doing like, oh, I like the thing. This thing is nice. Keep it, I hoard it, this is fun, and being easily distracted off into something else because now that new thing is fun. So the golden goblin, the golden gremlin, this is what I've been trying to kind of embody more of my life, and it's a constant question I now ask myself of what does What does the goblin want? What does the gremlin? What is the thing that will make that little piece of me happy? What will give me that curiously playful joy for even 10 seconds? Like, what is it? And one of the things that I did that I showed up over on my Instagram is I had this little pendant that I then painted with some bronzy golding paint. And I'm pretty sure it's like an old, like some little mask thing. I like found it in like a thrift store, I think, like a while ago, and I had to like knit a little thing on top because none of my chains would fit through, and it seemed all a little ridiculous and silly, but I loved it. And then I blessed this to like fully embody that. So when I'm really not feeling it, I then wear this pendant and re-bless it regularly. But now this is a constant question that I ask myself, and sometimes the goblin wants to put her hands in dirt and replant some plants. Sometimes she wants cheese. Sometimes she says, no, let's go get the paint out and make something fun. Sometimes she wants to paint a wall black because it's fun. Why not? Sometimes she wants to buy a cute little headscarf because it's cheap and quick, and we can then look up 20,000 different ways to style it for 20 minutes. And giving myself that time every single day, like what makes the goblin happy. And so much of that has just come down to what's playful in the moment, and it doesn't have to be playful tomorrow. It doesn't have to be any sort of a permanent decision, because tomorrow will be a new playful thing. And if we hate it tomorrow, we'll change it, because it is such a in the moment with that playfulness that I realized I was really lacking. My phone died, so now, I mean, my camera died, so now we're filming on the phone. It's what you gotta do. We're doing what we're gonna do. So anyway, goblin here. I don't know, it's definitely something that overall I will continue, I think, to use for quite some time, because that idea of being in the moment and knowing that I don't need to know if every decision I make, whether it's what I do with my hair, I lightened a little piece of it. I don't know if you can actually tell. You can do a little more over on the bun here, like it's just a little bit lighter. I lightened it randomly because it's like, oh, you can dye it back to dark whenever the heck you want. I wear random, it's the same playfulness I get with lipstick and makeup, because I can change it tomorrow if I want to. And I'm starting to live with more of my decisions in that respect. Yes, boo-boo. Like being stressed out about the fact that, oh, I don't know if I'm going to stay in the same job as I'm currently in, and that's fine. You stay with it for a little while. If you don't like it, apply to something else and find something else, and then move on. Nothing is technically a permanent decision, and so there are very few permanent decisions, and even decisions that feel super permanent, you can change. It is something that I constantly try to remind myself is like, I've gotten a tattoo before. One of the most, like, a thing that's lifelong, it's gonna stay with you type of deals. And then I got it covered up with something else because I didn't like that decision and I wanted to change it. Something that was so permanent could still be changed. Yeah, it's not the same blank foundation, but none of life is. All of life is building on the thing that you did previously before. So stop stressing about it as much. Just make decisions that make you happy. Keep some long-term thinking in there, but like, it doesn't have to be this constant, all thought out thing. And I think that's part of another thing that embodies this feeling is so much of my magic and my life planning have all been about, is this gonna be something that is important to me in 5 years from now? To the point that I stressed about very minor decisions without realizing that, yeah, in a year or two, you can change it. And I ended up doing that, whether that was moving to Arizona or moving to Portland or, going to school. And yeah, they have some long-term consequences in a sense, but all of the things I thought were going to be a permanent fixture were all things that I still could have changed if I had to. It might have been difficult, it might have been hard, there might have been a financial adversity to doing such a thing, right? But I could have changed it, and it's fine. Like, overall, I would have figured it out, even if it was stressful or whatever else, and I'm trying to do that more, I think, in my life now. That is definitely how I'm approaching everything. It's, what does the goblin want to do? Do I want to hang out with you? Do I want to continue to do this? And let a little more of that creative, playful impulsivity into my life. Find it in the small little instances. Even while the rest of my life maybe has a little more structure going on, it's hard feeling to break of I don't have plans necessarily farther out than a month. And that's odd to think about, to being like, okay, past next month, I don't know. And I think that's very interesting in a way, like even today, knowing like I felt like filming, so I'm gonna film several videos today and put them all up and schedule, and knowing that I'm kind of just like leaning into that chaotic feeling a little bit more and seeing where it takes me. So yeah, that's my little golden goblin, gremlin, whatever, what have you thing. I might do a little more art based around that feeling and stuff too that I might put up in here. Some poetry videos, stuff like that. And anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.